everybody. It's your favorite friend in need is a friend in D's favorite nerd. And the reason why I say that is because I gotta really reach out and thank people that are sometimes far kinder to me than they really should be. I had no intention of getting this. You know, I love Star Wars, I love all of it, but I don't really get to play video games a whole lot, and a lot of them don't end up meaning a whole lot to me, with the exception of Knights of the Old Republic. So I was just gonna pass on this. It was just too much of a headache to try to track down. I got too much going on. It's, you know, if this was Darth Nihilus, I'd have been all over it. But it's a Battle Droid redeco, right? So I had two people reach out to me, Tyler the Collector and Randy B. And they both said, look, I found one. Do you want one? And I was like, no, I'll pass on it. You know, thank you, though. I appreciate it. And then what turns up later? Two battle droids, one from each of them. So now I've army built them by accident. But the truth is, neither of those gentlemen should have spent their hard-earned money on this. However, it is appreciated. And it has come at a time that's been kind of difficult for me in a few regards. So, you know, it's nice to feel some love every once in a while. And I want to make those gentlemen very much aware that it meant something to me. With that being said, we're going to talk about this guy, but in order to do so, we got to talk about accessories. He comes with the First Order Heavy Gunner sort of accessory, which is just, you know, some repurposing stuff. The scope here does move. You have some white paint added along the way, and then yeah, I'm guessing it's just cast in this black plastic. So the white paint is, oh no, it's black paint. That was smart. I could just see. I was like, man, that was really sharp. But it's black paint added to the white plastic, which is a much smarter choice, to be fair. And it looks good though. It looks sharp. It looks clean. It looks well done. Maybe too clean. You know, but hey, better too clean than the paint all a mess, you know what I mean? Now, he only really holds this one way, and that's the way they show in promotional pictures, where one arm has to come around the outside, and it has to be pretty much the left arm, and the right arm, because of the hand, will hold the scope to support it, and that's the only way you're going to ever be successful with this weapon in these hands. He comes with the kind of standard blaster of the Battle Droid with no paint applied to it. Once again, it looks a little strange when you have a fully weathered figure that the gun is kind of in pristine condition. Now, you can easily fix this yourself, but still, you know, it would have been nice if they did it for you. Sculpted really well, though. And he can hold that just fine. That gun can also tab in to the side of his backpack here for storage. You also get this, like, bipod rifle, which might be new. Have we seen this before? The bipod doesn't work. It looks like it should, but it doesn't. It's weird. It's strange. I'm guessing we've seen it before, but I couldn't tell you where. And it's a different color plastic. It's just strange. And it's soft. It's gummy. It's not great. The sculpt is kind of dull. This is definitely the worst one in the box as far as extra accessories. And he doesn't really hold it all that well either. It's you know, it's kind of fine. You also get this antenna accessory, sculpted well enough, and we got some silver paint added to this as sort of weathering, with some copper paint around the tip for the antenna, and the nice little wiring down there and all that. I mean, it's a clean sculpt. And in order to install that, you just take this backpack off, and then you can plug in you know, your antenna here onto his back and get it plugged in. There. And it's funny, I was looking at the promo pictures to try to figure out, like, I guess I forgot where it goes, but they have it sitting between the wires, like the things here. I don't think that's right. I think that this is right. Kind of fits in there naturally. Gimmick-wise, because of the hinge in the wrist and the secondary hinge at the lower part of the neck, which I don't really count for either for articulation, but you should, to be fair. You can pull off this curled up pose, which is kind of the Battle Droid deployment pose. And you can extend the antenna. Now, let's talk about the figure. So, we have the copper paint, I think, on most parts. So the head definitely gets the copper paint, and then you have the silver kind of scratch marks weathering, and then the black paint on the eyes, and that's done well enough. We got a little bit of copper paint spill over on the top of the head, and then this bit articulates. The head itself is on a ball peg. The ball peg, I thought, was on a hinge to this piece, but I guess it's one piece, yeah. So the ball peg will get you the head almost straight down, so to speak. Straight out, maybe a little bit past. You can turn it on the ball joint. You can get a little bit of expression out of it, to be fair. The backpack, we got copper paint and silver paint for weathering, and it's sculpted well enough, so no issues there. The chest, we have the copper paint and the silver paint weathering. What's nice about this is they didn't go copper, you know? They could have easily gone copper because it's mostly copper. Well, I guess the backpack isn't, but the backpack might even be, yeah, it's a separate piece. So they could have gone straight copper, but they didn't. And what I mean by that is what it's cast in. Like this forearm is cast in that color, and it doesn't have the metallic hue to it, but they painted it, so it has the metallic hue to it, so that's nice. The upper torso here is a hinge, I think. And then these pieces are tabbed in, so they kind of keep it, which gets you a little bit of an ab crunch forward, a little bit of one back. Oh, and you get the swivel, so it must be a ball peg. And then the soft plastic kind of bends around it. So that's well done as well. Now the shoulders, you get a hinge here. They get you a little bit shy, about 45 degrees, honestly. And then the swivel around. Oh, and you know what? I wonder if you rotate that. Yeah, that gets you a little bit closer to 90 degrees. So if you rotate the shoulder disc, you know, as opposed to just the shoulder, you can get a wider range, which is cool. Bicep swivel, we have some weathering on the forearm or the bicep there, and then we have a single hinge elbow that gets you past 90 degrees with a forearm swivel just where it pegs in, but that also acts as a wrist swivel if you don't want to use this one. And what I mean by that is that when you do this, you put it perpendicular or perpendicular across the forearm piece, and it looks a little strange, but if you move it here, it might look a little less strange. Personal preference, things of that nature. And then the fingers are kind of stuck in place, which is a bit of a bummer, but ultimately okay. All right, same for the other side. For the hips, once again, limited. I don't know if they can go out though, but it's nice when they can, you know? So you pretty much just get the swivel, no thigh swivel, you get a knee hinge all the way, and then you get an ankle tilt down and an ankle tilt up, and no rocker either. You do get an ankle swivel, yes. You get an ankle swivel there. Maybe some slight washes on the copper, and then the weathering throughout and the copper paint kind of where it's appropriate. So, you know, it's business as usual in regard to the Battle Droid. It's a decently done thing. The SHF really blows this out of the water. There was a time where you could get the SHF for really cheap. I'm not sure what they go for now, but if they go, I mean, the thing about this is $20 or $25, right? So this is a lot easier pill to swallow in regard to just a Battle Droid trooper than, you know, the SHF offers. Size comparison wise, there he is with the standard Battle Droid from Hasbro, and then the SHF. The SHF just, it looks so much better. It really does. Like the proportions are better. It's sleeker. It's thinner. The washes fit better. Like it's just this is one of those moments where the SHF blows the Hasbro out of the water, which are becoming fewer and further between, but this is one. Final thoughts wise, negatives wise, kind of the same problems that plague the other one. So you can't really hold this one responsible because you should know what time it is. Because it's the Hasbro materials with the build design of the Battle Droid, it has a hard time standing and maintaining balance, unlike the SHF, which sort of works splendidly for the most part. So unless you get him standing kind of perfectly straight up and down, oftentimes it's going to be a bit of a bear to deal with. You just sort of have to accept that as the cost of doing business for a $25 Battle Droid. A lot of the Battle Droids that I have in my dioramas either have sticky tack at the bottom of them or are kind of subtly leaning up against things. I also think it's a little weird that they didn't weather the weapons, especially since everything else is weathered, so that's a little unfortunate as well. As for the positives, though, I mean, it's an affordable Battle Droid, you know, and it's a unique deco, and it's an exclusive, and it looks like he's playing guitar right here. But it's fine, you know, it's clever enough to pull off a few poses, it's clever enough to get a decent amount of articulation, and it's affordable. And I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. If you're looking to troop build, I can recommend it. If you're looking to have like one definitive representation of a Battle Droid, the Hasbro one would not be the one that I recommend. But that being said, thank you to Randy and Tyler once again, and thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.